It's so interesting whenever I start an episode in front of Mondstadt, or whenever I load up and I'm in front of Mondstadt, because I probably do most of my crafting here. So I probably came here to do some crafting, and that's why I'm right in front of Mondstadt. But today, by the way, hello, Baby Gang says, this is Calvin, also known as Romer. This is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. Today we're doing a story quest that I'm actually very excited to... Oh, we should claim some keys. That I'm actually very excited to do. And that is... First of all, we can unlock Emily. And these are the story quests you have left to do. In this chapter, at least. And today, we're going to be doing Chiori's. Please don't be blocked by anything, thank God. I'm... Like, here's the thing. Like... that's my biggest fear now is will things be blocked. Now, before everything starts, we always like to do some wishes to start off everything. It's so weird being in Mondstadt. Like, not weird, but it always like feels, especially when you walk, because I can't think of a time I usually just walk out here like this. I think the only times I probably do it is when I'm like, you know, just maybe going towards the tree over here, but I'm usually warping around places, so it's nice to just walk out here and see like everything we've seen so far. Or everything we saw at the start, I should say. Look at the tree over there as well. Let us do some wishes before we go any further. So we have, first of all, we have 4 wishes on this banner. So let's just use these wishes as well. A 4-star would be nice. I think there's 3 4-stars left in the game that we don't have. That we can obtain. I know one of them is Candace. But we might just get all blue. And here's the thing, if we get all blue, that's fine too. That's my saying. That's my saying here. If you get all blue, that's fine too. And at least, like, here's the thing, if we don't get Zhongli, this is the way I look at it. Whatever is the next banner, we have a guaranteed 5-star from the banner. Like, if we get the 5-star from the banner. Like, we have a guaranteed 5-star from the banner. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's always like this consolation when you lose a 50-50, where it's like, okay, great, so we got a 4-star. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah. I mean, he's on the banner. And like, we'll take a consolation for Heizo as well, because we're going to be leveling him up at some point as well. We'll take the consolation, no problem. I haven't checked my history, so I don't know how many wishes I'm into this, or if I have soft pity or anything like that. I'm not going to check, because I think it'd just be nice to keep it a surprise. We have 1 more day left. Going forward, I think, in terms of recording days. And that would be, maybe actually, maybe not even. I think maybe we literally have 1 day left. We'll see. We'll see. And our last wish pretty much here until, yeah, until we get more gems. And here's the thing, I want to make it clear always, like, and you guys know I feel this way, which is always awesome that you guys are on, like, not on the same wavelength, like, because maybe you guys might feel differently, but you understand what I'm feeling. I'm always happy with what we get. We got Xiangyun, we got Constellations for Official. Like, I'm so super happy. Like, it's just keeping that mindset going, man. Like, it's not just like, I'm trying to be positive all the time. It's more just like, if I like, there's no feeling of like, oh my god, I'm totally upset by this, or I'm totally sad. It's like, yeah, I would love a character like that. But I feel like we can't give in to the pain that would be very painful. We can't give in, guys. We can't. We just can't. Let us start this Chiori banner. Chiori banner. We're thinking about the banner now. Of me calling everything a banner. Wow, you guys are having a banner. I mean, a conversation.
It seems like there's another event going on at the court of Fontaine.
Okay.
Look at that. Roadside signs as far as the eye can see. Let's see what they're for.
Wait.
Fontaine Fashion Week?
Oh my god.
Ooh, why don't we go check out some of the shops? Maybe we can pick up some cool new clothes.
Is that an actual event that's happening now, or is that the actual story quest? Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like, is it an actual event? No, it's like there's similarly an event in a story quest. That's awesome. And we're going to talk to Chiori. Now, will she act like we don't know her? Is probably what's going to happen, because we saw her in the reaction.
Is this really okay?
Such a, and like, oh my, like, I love the color palette of Chiori a lot.
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
Yeah, they're acting like we don't know her, of course. Because again, we met her in the event, but we didn't actually meet her, right? So that's an alternate timeline that we saw before.
Not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori.
As you should. She designs Kirara's and she designs Navia's clothes, which are impeccable.
I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chiori boutique dress for my wedding.
Oh, wow.
I really thought the chance had passed
That's
me
very
by.
sweet, isn't it? Like, and she must be, yeah, we know she's well respected in the fashion community, so.
Ooh, is that lady the owner of Chiori Boutique? We've never seen her before.
Her work probably keeps her very busy. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises.
Yep, I believe that. I believe that 100% from
Now,
her.
remember to not fold the gown or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
I mean, like, she probably wants to see it so badly.
I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
A very infectious happiness there. Hello,
Are you
Chiori.
here to check out the offerings?
Sure are. Oh, Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. You're Miss Chiori, the owner of this boutique, right?
That's right. Oh, Navia told me about you. Glad to make your
Very
acquaintance.
cool. Of course Navia talks about us. I talk about Navia all the time.
Well, we've heard a lot about you, too. Chiori Boutique is super famous in Fontaine.
Well, I appreciate the recognition. Is there anything you're looking for exactly? We're out of kids' clothes right now, I'm
Oh my
afraid.
god. The effortless snark. We love it. We love it.
It's not a kid.
Oh, I thought she was talking about us. I was like, okay, no, we don't let's not snark Paimon. We actually wanted to ask about Fontaine's Fashion Week.
Oh, that.
Because we are rather short.
Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
And also, like, we had that before where Tom was like, you can't drink. And we're like, we're like 500 years old, buddy. You know what I mean? And it's just like, we are very short.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call
I love the voice acting.
fun, but it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
I love the idea of a fashion week. Like, you know, I think you'd have to go to like Paris or something like that. Maybe I'm sure there's many fashion weeks in many different
Will you be
places.
showing off some of your designs, too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Very cool. So like it's a proof already that this works.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now?
More than established.
People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction.
I like that. I like that a lot. Like, I actually do. I think that's a really nice sentiment.
Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year?
Yeah, so like it keeps you on your toes as well.
In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
That's such a good, and even now in our own times, that's such a good way of describing what fashion is, right? It is like a representation of the times.
Huh.
Or it can be for
Okay,
like
so maybe fashion
high
is
fashion.
more complicated than Paimon
Oh,
thought.
Paimon, yeah, like it's not even bad that you didn't think that. Like it's a whole other word. It's like when people go like, oh, makeup's just makeup. It's like it can be an art form.
All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
That's nice, and yeah, they're beautiful. Like again, the way she says they're pleasant to touch, they look like they would be very like silky and nice. Like you ever see like Kazuha's outfit? It actually does look like if you like give him a hug, it'd be like double soft.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of
Yeah,
home.
very nice.
Ugh, something like that. Yes.
I love that Chiori's like, oh, yeah, you're right.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
Yeah, stunning color palette. We said it before. I love the color palette in Chiori. So nice.
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable
Kirara.
courier.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through.
Now, again, like I said, the events that I watched is going to be like, it's like an alternate universe because we're not going to know Kirara either. But luckily with these story quests, we get to know, we're so good at being friendly, we get to know him very quickly. With Kirara, I saw where you're supposed to meet her, but again, that's an alternate timeline, right? And that's the way I look at it. And you guys know I'm very good at just like moving on. We don't dwell on it for too long. But I'm so excited to see Kirara again. I'm so glad. Jeez, I didn't know we'd see her this quickly.
Chiori, your shipment's
Fantastic
here.
design.
I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
Deep breaths.
Her
Kirara,
hair is
then start
gorgeous. It's so stunning.
Huh? And you're with customers as well? Oh, jeez. I've really kept everyone waiting. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
Great voice acting still as well. The softest tone, but so much integrity behind the tone as well. The color palette in her is fantastic too. But again, her hair is like the most stunning thing to me. It's so beautiful.
These two are the Traveler and Paimon. With how well traveled you are, you've probably heard of them.
Oh, heck yeah.
already. And this is Kirara, Star Courier of the Komania Express. She's a Nakamata, in case you were wondering about the
tails are awesome. They wiggle around when she's like tells a lie.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. And sorry you had to see me like this. I know I'm late, but if an opportunity arises in the future, I still hope you'll choose Komania Express.
I will. And before we go any further, if anyone's like, oh, I want to see his first reaction to these characters, there's events that came up on the channel that you'll find in the video section or in the playlist section of the Genshin playlist, and you'll find them there. I'll even put them in the description below, so people who are like, oh, when did you first see Chiori? When did you first see this character? I'll put them in the description below so you can see that as well.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble,
Oh,
that's all.
she's, tell a little bit of
Bandits,
fib.
then? Or treasure hoarders?
Or at least she's nervous at least.
A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any
Yeah, because she's
trouble.
so tough.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
All right. I was stopped by a group of bandits as
What?
soon as I entered Fontaine.
Who?
They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komania Express.
Oh.
It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
Wait, so they were legit looking for you.
So it was a targeted
That's
hit?
awful. She has like again, people have targeted her before, and like it make like not that it makes sense. Like you should do it. I'm saying more in the sense like people targeting a courier service is something that like still happens. You know what I mean? Like it's they know they're gonna get some materials out of it.
I got the sense
There you go.
that they
Yep.
were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
Oh, for sure, for
A
sure.
fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Jesus Christ, what is it with people and Kirara in the event as well? Like they were like, oh, you're alone now, time to kill you. Like they are brutal with this poor girl.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
I'm guessing she destroyed them.
I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to
Oh
round
my
them
god,
all
the
up.
vision of her chasing them around the place like a cat.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you?
Yeah, and also the fact that like Kirara keeps all of her deliveries so confidential.
Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Well,
And she's so nervous because she doesn't want to have to go back to the mountains, right? Or the forest. Is a mountain or the forest?
Perhaps
I
need to
forget.
reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
No, give her 5 stars. Give her 5 stars.
you always know how to get me, Chiori. All right, I'll talk.
She
I'll
desperately does not want to lose her job.
So, I kind of wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time.
Good.
He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chiori Boutique's delivery.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go?
Oh no.
I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry
No,
about.
we have to know at this stage. We have to.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here.
I kind of agree that like Chiori has to stop this at the source so they don't try this again.
Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
I love that. Look at it, because again, in the event we didn't we saw that she can be very reasonable. She's just very stern, you know what I mean? She's very sassy. She's very like I would say she has a snark that is very funny. I never felt at any time you're rude. She's also very driven and very very a very good leader we found as well in the event too. I think she's really fantastic, honestly. I really enjoy Chiori so far. But I love they're also showing hey, if anyone harms anyone she likes, she's not just this cold figure, which we didn't think she was a cold figure at all. She was the first to she's one of the first to offer funds to the movie as well. She will kill someone for her friends. And that's so sweet.
The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uther.
Uther. You know what I mean? Because I feel it's a character who is very. They could have played it like that, where it's everyone's kind of oh god, here comes Chiori to boss us around again. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's again, she says what she means and means what she says. That's Chiori, and you gotta respect it, honestly.
Uther. No, that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say,
Oh,
Kirara?
so they both know who it was?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
So you both know this Uther guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as
Jesus,
possible.
okay.
So he's like a business rival.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uther, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
So he's just yes, pure sabotage.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
I like that. I actually really like that.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
No, it's so awesome. She's you want to play dirty? Fine, let's go. Let's go.
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while?
That
before
is,
heading
I
back?
don't know. I think she's awesome.
Chiori! Wait!
And she didn't want this to happen either.
And she's gone.
There's something so I don't know, this character just being okay, if he wants to play dirty, let's go. You know? It's actually so fun.
Oh no. What should we do?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week.
Right, so Chiori, because she has that fiery temper, she's going to, go and punish someone for Kirara. That's what she said. No one's going to hurt my friends. And it's probably going to have a negative effect on, her appeal during Fashion Week if she harms another fashion designer.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komania Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
100%. I can do that.
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uther guy's safety.
Yeah, I got that energy, honestly, Kirara. So, what's interesting about the stuff here is that, this is why I mean, when I said, it was an alternate universe for a bit when we talked to them, right? When we talked to Chiori in that event. Very quickly, because the Traveler and Paimon are so good at making friends, we have gotten to the point now where, you could have this happen if we didn't know Kirara before, or if we did know Kirara before, where it's Traveler, Paimon, we know about you. Could you help out with this thing? And now we're at a point where it's okay, everything's going to be the same for both people who have met them before in the event and people who haven't met them before in the event, if you know what I mean.
Anyway,
And it still makes sense.
please look after Chiori for me.
100%. This is an S tier design, by the way. I said this before. The hair is absolutely beautiful. The tails are so awesome as well. But again, the colors on the outfit. Chiori is a fantastic designer. Oh yeah, the team we're using today. Before we go any further, I like to do this. Someone said they always liked when I talked about the teams we're making. This is just anxiety -2. It's Barbara, Xingqiu, Kave, and Nikita. Pretty good team. It's a pretty good team. Oh, sorry, sir. We enjoy very much using Kave. And this team was very fun last time. Oh, is that? Wait, she's gonna meet chevreuse in this too? Oh my freaking god! Wait, so we're gonna have to act like we meet chevreuse for the first time as well? Oh my god, still though, this is
Any
awesome.
chance you're on the clock, officer?
Officer. That's awesome.
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that.
And there's Erica as well doing the voice.
And who are these two?
It's us.
So you came too? Allow me to introduce you. These two are the Traveler and Paimon. This officer over here is chevreuse. Captain
Chevreuse.
of the Special Security and Surveillance
And she's
Patrol.
fantastic. Fantastic design, fantastic character. We love her to bits.
The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol? You mean that organization where everyone carries a musket?
Heck yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say everyone on the patrol uses a musket. I just happen to have formed a platoon made up mostly of musketeers.
Yeah, and this is another person I would instantly trust in my life.
Whoa, Chiori, Paimon didn't know you went so far back with such a cool person.
She already has connections.
It's nothing. In my line of work, it's not uncommon to run into some trouble every now and then. And she's helped me get out of a few sticky situations. In return, I've helped her take care of some things that you could say aren't exactly in her purview as the captain of the Special Patrol. And that's how we got to know each
That's
other.
awesome. Honestly, it is awesome.
It's nice to meet you both. I have to say, your reputation precedes you.
Heck yeah. We love being a bit famous, don't we?
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Have I ever made a bad call?
I love the transitions here, the two of them. Like, yeah, again, it's like two unbelievably strong wills between the two of them. Both have very strong ideals and believe in their own ideals,
The better
but
question
clearly
is,
trust each other to
have
some
you
extent.
ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Oh, Rice is so pretty as well, aren't they?
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the Special
Yeah.
Patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain. So
The two of them
I
shaking their head in the
don't do
back.
Anything too out of line.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help
I
it.
love the transitions they're doing here. The camera angles.
All right. Where is this person?
Follow me.
That is so freaking great. I know like we were supposed to like apparently.
Just
Oh.
promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
This is Farina's house, isn't it?
When trouble stops coming my way.
Oh, it's the one down there, isn't
I'll
it?
be sure to get on
Yeah.
that.
Or is it here? No, this is not Farina's house for sure. Farina's house had people looking at the notes in front of it. Stay away from Farina's house.
This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with
Beat him up for us as well.
You know, chevreuse, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well.
I'm
in
so
our
glad
lines
we're
of
getting to
work.
see her
You
again.
could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Like, 3 characters that I legit was like, I hope we get to see again. I know she doesn't have her own hangout event, but like at least we're getting to see her in a story quest.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Maripede.
Right, okay, so the intimidation
But put
factor.
them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Oh my god, look at the little pose Fiva did.
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion.
I feel like she's like not exactly wrong. Like I love people, but I feel like there is like a thing of like people do like to talk about their own lives. Like they do, and in some cases sometimes people are very introverted, like, but you know, sometimes it feels very good to be able to like talk about stuff that's going on with you, you know?
As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her
Yeah.
shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
During the event, she actually gave Chevreuse some intel on a synth operation, I believe.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it
Yeah.
now?
Just, you do something for me, I do something for you?
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful.
Okay.
And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Oh, they're describing what happened. Okay, okay. Usually they fade to black.
Uther,
Oh,
say?
you know the name too?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior. So he's back at it, huh? His funeral.
Oh, so she
I
knows.
guess.
Like, he's done. He's done.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral?
No,
all of a
Paimon,
sudden?
like, I could get the energy too. He's done. He's done.
I just meant that Uther's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
What do you mean?
Sure, but
Yeah, we'll do it.
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Yeah? Jesus! Oh my god, Chiori, you were so freaking cool. You were so cool. Look at her, and like barely an expression. Oh my god, the angles. She's so freaking cool.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
And then kneeling down right in front of you.
Has anyone ever taught you
She's awesome.
the definition of stupidity?
Teach him, Chiori. Teach him right now.
Huh?
Teach him the definition.
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing
Yes.
over and over again.
She's freaking great.
It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
If someone beat the living hell out of me, but had the same expression throughout the whole time, and like honestly, and kept not only this like elegant nature and all of their fashion intact, I would never be able to show my face again.
Oh, and if you dare lay your
Oh,
hands
I
on
love
my
it.
friend
I love
again,
it.
you can expect a far less pleasant landing next
I
time.
love this because I feel this way in the game too. This is like how I feel when people hurt my friends in the game. I desperately want to hurt them too.
Chiori?
Chiori, you've been given special permission. Keep going. Oh, she just drops him. Just drops him like a bad habit.
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Please, officer, you gotta do something.
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this
Yes.
traveler and seemed to have missed what happened.
Yes, let's all be corrupt cops. Let's go.
Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene,
Oh
I'm
my
sure I'll be
God.
able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
would
she's
hope.
so smart. She's so smart. Look at this duo. Chiori's so freaking cool.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Oh, but no, we can help out. We can search the house.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like
Yeah,
this.
do it behind closed doors.
Apologies,
let me see.
officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash
Dear
I
Lord.
come across on the street.
Dear Lord. Dear Lord. I'm bowing down. I am bowing down.
You...
Buddy, we're doing a play here. You're playing the part of trash. Trash don't speak. Keep quiet.
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
I feel like I'm like the third friend here with the two of them.
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
Same.
We'll see about that.
Oh, yeah? Dude, you got your butt handed to you so hard.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon. How did he just go flying out like that?
I agree. Such a graceful arc.
You're too kind.
It was amazing.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
I love that. And the dynamic between the two as well, like, is so fun already. Like, having, like, someone who, like, is, like, very good at their job. Like, she is. Like, chevreuse is, like, notoriously good at her job. And then having someone who, like, you know, has no problem, like, bending the laws a little bit, but they both are beneficial for each other. So cool.
Not if I could help it, is what I said.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think I kept to that.
Look, all that happened was, it was trash day.
I started with a verbal
There you
warning,
go.
but he displayed neither shame nor remorse.
There you go.
If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Come on. Like, you know, it just all makes sense. This adds up. Put this in the statement. Put this on file.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Well, we weren't there. They're probably very bad.
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
Look, I believe Chiori.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits.
I genuinely feel this, like, the process that would take, especially right before Fashion Week, like, the guards are probably on, like, so much duty right now because of Fashion Week. Like, they're probably patrolling everywhere at this stage.
I don't want anything else to happen
Yeah,
during Fontaine
yeah, that's the way I
Fashion
feel about
Week.
it, yeah.
On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety.
The respect that I have, like, yeah, and here's the thing, I don't want, like, chevreuse is one of our favorite characters that we've ever seen, right? And, like, what she's saying is, like, totally accurate from her perspective. It's like, yeah, like, this, if you do it by the book, I can help as well if you do it by the book. She's right, yeah. But I think as well from Chiori's perspective, what she's saying here is, like, so true, is that, like, if Kirara is going to be doing these very difficult and very strenuous deliveries from different nations, she's going from different nations to nation, guaranteeing her safety is, like, going to make her want to continue to do this in the best job possible. Like, it makes so much sense to me. It makes so much sense.
Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for
I
the day.
love their dynamic.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Their conversations are so fun to watch.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
So she helps her a lot, clearly.
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
It's like watching a play right in front of us. So we have to return to the Chiora boutique. No, that was such a great scene. And, like, here's the thing, like, you guys know that, like, I will sometimes try to solve things very, like, in a very fair way all the time. But the thing is, like, they threatened to throw Kirara into a box. They threatened to get Kirara, put her in a box and throw her into water and drown her. Like, that's evil. As far as I'm concerned, he got off light. He got off so light in this situation. She should have dug the heels into his back or something. He got off so light in that situation. Yeah, their dynamic is awesome between the two of them as well. It's so cool.
We're back.
Oh, Kirara. She's such a sweetheart. And she's a little cat smile as well.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
He did.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chiori. I
Jesus,
didn't
girl.
mean to cause you so much trouble.
You literally got the delivery here on time even though we were threatened.
What are you talking
Like,
about?
seriously.
You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame. Along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty
Exactly.
tricks.
And I love the soft tone that she's bringing here as well, because it shows that, like, yeah, and she's not just, like, you know, void of emotions or anything like that. She, like, clearly cares about Kirara as well.
The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rosula can take the second half.
She's calling in all the favors.
With that sort of escort, the next
Oh
time
my
you make a delivery,
God.
those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for
Exactly.
Good one, Chiori.
you. I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I mean, I'm sorry, but, like, that is... She's calling in on connections, and I love that. Like, the Spina de Rosula and the like, you're sorted. You're sorted.
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
Honestly, kind of jealous that you get protected by Navia, but we'll still love you, Kirara. You know, we won't hold it against you.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing. For my own peace of
Yeah, for your
mind.
safety. She wants to know you're safe this time. Just until like all this blows over, I bet.
It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare
Yeah.
mess with my friends.
Since she's already talked to the patrol, I think it's just you scratch my yeah. And you know what that's like. You're a cat. You're like
Yes.
a
Well
yokai
put.
cat.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
And this is what I'm talking about, where like the events, like we're already gotten to the point where like because we're renowned as the Traveler and we're respected, we still have those moments as if we knew them before, right? So it still feels like we met them in the event now because we're able to make that connection with people because people respect us so much and they know we're respected by so many people.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Awesome. Really awesome.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I like, you know, it's everything. Like you wouldn't have your materials.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory
Wow, I
access.
didn't even know that.
You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house.
I suppose, yeah, I didn't know that aspect that they even like give you like a spit. Well, I guess I wonder. Yeah, I've never heard that. That's actually like really interesting.
That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Well, I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
I mean, yeah, like if you went to Mondstadt, I'm assuming that like they probably would have heard of Chiori if you're like one of the higher up people, but
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make
Wow.
the Chiori brand renowned throughout all of Teyvat.
I know someone you can, if you make a purple outfit, we can give it to Fischl. Everyone respects her. She has a full retinue there.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I
That's
can
actually
make
very
them.
sweet that she comes to her to get all her clothes repaired.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're
my
trying to take a nice nap in
Sweetheart.
a tree.
Absolute sweetheart. Are you kidding me?
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help
I'm up
out
for
with
it.
that
I'm
shit?
so up for it.
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living
Yes.
mannequins.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes?
I was so excited.
Got it.
Yeah, for sure.
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small
That sounds
adjustments
so
to the
exciting.
stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
I am over the moon already.
Easy enough.
Do you need us for the runway too? Can we keep the outfits? Can we keep the outfits?
Most of the clothes you see during Fashion Week are meant to showcase the designer's vision.
Okay.
They're not exactly suitable
Okay.
for
Fair enough.
regular
Fair enough.
use.
It's already a privilege to get to be your model.
If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
Chiori the Saint.
Ooh, sounds great. Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design
Yeah.
stuff.
No, this is so awesome.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids'
Oh, God.
designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already she's
Yeah,
not a little
she's not.
kid.
Give Paimon the nicest clothes. She deserves them. Paimon's always wanted to wear clothes ever since. Remember they didn't make a flower crown for her and it actually broke my heart. Actually broke my heart. We have to wait until 6 a.m. the next day.
Speaking of clothes, do yours happen to need any mending right now, Kirara?
Well, since you asked, Chiori, there's this part around my waist.
Oh, need a bit of letting out around the middle.
No! It's a tear. Those bad guys did it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her waist. It's the clothes. Her hair is just beautiful, by the way. Kirara's hair. We actually have Kirara as a character, I believe. Yeah, we do. We 100% do. We have Kirara. She's probably down closer to the end here. Where is she now? She's gonna show up any second now. Here she is. Yeah, we have Kirara as a character. What did you take to level up? What's this? Oh. Oh. So you're okay. That's what we need for maybe. I'm up for it. I'm so up for that. You kidding me? She's adorable. She is adorable. She's just a sweetheart. Yeah, I'm so up for that. I shall show you as well. We are
If you ever
close with Gamin. Level 74 out of 80. We have his artifacts pretty much done. We have 4 constellations, which is great as well. I'd say he'll be ready to go by next week. I say at some point next week, you will see Gamin on a team. He's back, baby. He's back. Gamin is back. So wait till next morning until 6 a.m. Okay. Man, Kirara is such a sweetheart. Chiori, like, showing her very sweet side as well, and I'm actually very appreciative of that as well. Because again, we never thought she was mean or mean-spirited, right? She is just someone who's just very straightforward. She's someone who will, like, you know, she says it means what she says. We always say that. Let's go. Well, now we get to be a freaking model. And look, isn't it so fitting today that we brought Kaveh with us? So fitting. Ha. In honor of a cat.
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Wow, okay. We were very enthusiastic.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
What a protection. What a protection.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage.
Oh, yeah.
The way they marched forward with Kirara on the
Oh
center,
my
you'd
God.
think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by
And that's
Navia herself.
Kirara. She turns into that cat-like box, right? And look at Navia. Oh my God, there's my gal. I adore her with all my heart, and the sunglasses as well. She looks so freaking cool. Fontaine MVP. Fontaine MVP right there. I could cry just looking at her. She is everything to me.
They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her
And look how
journey.
confident Navi is, right? I just love that Kirara's a freaking cat box. A box that is a cat, and she carries the package on her head.
I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going away
Oh
gift
my
for
God, I'm
Kirara.
jealous.
An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by,
This
I'd say.
is a feeling of jealousy. I want to be protected by Navia.
Sounds like Navia really got
Yeah,
into
she's
it.
the best.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean,
Yeah.
and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
That's really like nice of Paimon to think about that, because I didn't think about that. The idea of them being similar, but I guess like they do have some stuff that is similar. Yeah, they say what they mean. Navia has always been very good at that. She's always been very good at just speaking her feelings. And the idea of when she wants to do something, she does. Yeah, she just goes for it. So I guess that is, yeah, that's very, very smart, Paimon, because I didn't even think of that.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends.
Awesome.
Navia has a certain resilience about
Yes,
her.
yes.
It's part of who
She's
she
tough.
is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity.
100%.
That sort of determination and courage is something I really
I do
admire.
too. Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit for my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
That's awesome. She was excited to like design something for Navia. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be like, you know, and people could be like, Calvin, you praise Navia. Actually, I think everyone says you praise her the right amount because everyone loves Navia as well, just like I do. I will say with my own heart, my full chest, who wouldn't be excited? But it's so cool that in this particular way, because she's saying Navi embodies her ideas for fashion, that she's just excited in that way. Not excited in a way where it's like, oh, I get to make an outfit for the Speedy de Razul, this beautiful lady called Navia. It's the spirit of Navi. It's the personality of Navi that she wants to wrap around her clothes, which is why she's probably so good at the art side of things as well.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Perfect.
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just
The
to the
outfits.
clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
This is true today as well.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Just like your outfit, bye, bud.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of that. Well, would you look at the
Yeah?
time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here to
Paimon's so excited.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you...
This is so cool.
Help me set up the shop displays in
Whatever
the
you need.
meantime.
Whatever you need.
set them up. How exactly?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
All right.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So we actually have to set up the displays here.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Wait. Place the men's formal attire. Retrieve. Place the men's formal attire. Place the women's Inazuma attire. Oh, it's actually really beautiful, isn't it? And then place this. Very nice. This is so awesome that we're in. Imagine the I know the word vibe is just like so overused, but I don't care. Imagine sitting in here in a fashion boutique, getting to look at the sky. Imagine the rain coming down on this. It'd be beautiful. It'd be so beautiful.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design.
Thank you.
Anyway, let's move on to the real
The
task
modeling.
at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements
Ooh.
first.
We're getting pampered today.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Excuse you is right. We're getting our modeling done. I'm joking.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Cancel your order.
That's actually very, like, yeah, it's surprising, I guess, for Chiori.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed? It's alright. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the
Yeah,
cancellation.
I love we're seeing this part of her as well because, like, you know, it was always there, but like it's nice to see this, you know, like the kind of very like understanding. But I feel like to be someone who is like as we said, like someone who's good at being a leader, someone who's good at like creating art and creating all stuff, you do need to have some compassion to make really good art, in my opinion.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's so cool seeing this from Chiori. Because yeah, we saw parts of it in the event, but we're seeing it on full scale here today as well.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling her order.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Yeah. And like like from us, like we're the king priors, like, you know, we love a bit of prying to help people. But this is Chiori's client, so obviously, like, we'll go with what Chiori says for now, and if she changes her mind, she changes her mind.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Again, she's so efficient, right? Come. You know, not come on, let's do this. Like, come on, come. Oh, who's this now?
Is Miss Chiori in?
How can I help
Dude,
you?
I'm modeling.
I'd like to return this item.
Oh, could I ask why?
Wait a second. Oh no.
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I
Oh
wasn't satisfied,
no.
so that's why I'm here.
Her reputation. It must have been that dude. Yeah.
Is there something about it that didn't
No, it
meet your
must have been.
expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color too dark? I can always make
No,
those
this is so
adjustments for
sad.
you.
No, she's probably not used to seeing
No,
stuff
don't
like
need
this
you.
twice
Don't
in a
have to
row.
concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund,
Stop it.
please.
You like your clothes, you keep them. Who told you to return them?
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause.
Yeah, I
of
think
your
it's fair. Tell her
dissatisfaction.
exactly what's wrong.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return
No,
Another
that's not right.
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your
That's such a
clothes?
very funny comment to make, but I feel so bad for her because whoever did this is she's definitely not used to people doing this, and this is a dirty trick as well. Like that's hilarious what she said there. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that I'm telling you this is why she's so funny, right? But all I could think about is there's this feeling in my heart of feeling so bad for her. No, I don't know for sure, but I bet if it was any other moment, I would be laughing my arse off at that line. You know what I mean? But all I can feel is this pain in my heart. She's so quick-witted. She's so quick-witted.
Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
I'm getting hot. It feels like I'm getting warmer. You know when you get that hot air that goes about you? It feels like you're tingling. I feel so bad for her.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh?
What?
The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market
What?
front run by a bunch
What
of
did you
dirty criminals.
Huh?
Please calm down, sir.
What?
what is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
Excuse you, and you believe this?
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation
Yeah, no, get
around?
angry. Yeah, she deserves to get angry. Who's doing
Well,
this?
you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
What?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with
Yeah, and you just believe whatever you freaking see.
If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
That's so interesting to me because now she's saying oh, now you're believing the new prophecy, right? You're believing all this stuff. It's not that she's saying that there's actually going to be a new flood. She's saying that you are falling for this trick without even being having evidence. She's right to call you out. If you fell for this right away, it's in the papers. Okay. What about it?
Elof!
So powerful, such a powerful
Go
gal.
outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price. Alright.
I'm actually very angry.
Put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Whoever did this, and we know who did this, probably that guy who spread that rumor. I hope Chiori
Got it.
just knocks the hell out of him. Huh. Dude, come on.
Chiori.
These rumors. And by the way, I understand that most people would believe what they read in the news, right? That's a thing. No, most people would believe, because again, if it's in the papers, they probably got from a source. That's 100% correct, right? But I think it's just Chiori's been one of the most trusted brands here and one of the most beloved brands that's worn by Navia, Kirara. It's been very trusted. There's been couriers from all over the world. She actually mentioned the courier, I think that was how she meant Kirara in the last one, but to just turn on her instantly and not ask questions is very weird to me. Not go hey, is this true? Or could it be true? You know what I mean? She's been very transparent with all of her stuff. These rumors.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to
Yeah, I don't
worry
believe
about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days.
I feel so bad for her. It makes me so sad.
The real goal here is to divert my
Yeah.
attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing
That is
my
the
designs.
true goal. And he was we'll see about that. The guy that she threw to the ground again.
You say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
You know what it is? Paimon, I feel the exact same way. I have this, it's in my heart. I feel so worried.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it.
The
for
confidence, we love it.
themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I love her personality.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work? Go on. What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during
Are
Fashion
you
Week.
kidding?
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
That is so bad.
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
My heart is hurting.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
Disgusting. Whoever did this, we gotta
Even
get
the
them.
suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
It's about damage control. They don't want their business to be damaged by supplying stuff to Chiori.
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
I feel so... My heart is hurting.
If you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Yeah, we'll go with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your
Very sweet,
clothes.
Paimon.
Thank you. In that case, please.
Yeah, we'll
come
use
with
our
me.
name. We'll use our name fully. 100%. And if you want, I'm just saying right now, if you want. But yeah, like if needs be, I will call every single higher up I know. I'll call Ningguang, I'll call Jean, I'll call the Raiden Shogun, I'll call Nervalette, I'll call Farina, I'll call Nahida. I will call every single person in high places that I know. I'll call Hatham, I'll call Sino if Sino wants to come in here and punish people as well. And I will pull in every favor I can. Because this is bothersome to me. This is very, very frustrating. A lot. Where are we about to be going here? Maybe we can just head down here. It's very, very frustrating. I know, like, you know, there's probably like a different viewer who's like, well, maybe she, you know, but the thing is, like, no, actually, that's not an opinion, actually, because you know, if she beat up some people, would she, you know, if she beat up some people, if she didn't beat up that guy at the start, this wouldn't have happened. I think he would have tried anything. If Kirara didn't work, something else is going to work too. The lighting here is absolutely impeccable. You know, he was going to try anything else that worked too.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
I'm up for a bit of violence. Let's go.
Of course. I wouldn't
Oh.
do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
But if you need anything, if you need us to go full on let's fight mode, we can do it. Yeah, beat down the door. Aggressively. Yeah, that's the problem. She's elegant as well.
Venger, it's Chiori.
When you get out of here.
We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Yeah, come on.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
Yeah, that's not Chiori's style. Are you kidding me? Like you sent a messenger to just drop her?
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere?
There we go.
Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
Oh my god, she's like the queen of like the best snark you could ever hear in your life. I feel like I have to take down notes.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days, I never even read the others.
Wait.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was
Steambird
the one that
published
published
them?
them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate
Yeah.
fashion tabloids.
I was about to be shocked. I was like that's an actual respected publication. You know?
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
You would think that. but this time is different.
Oh no.
Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house.
That's
That's how
terrible.
I first learned of the rumors.
That sucks.
Every house? That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone
my
on the
God.
street yesterday.
But you need. Oh my god. Someone took a picture of her doing that.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Yeah, but if you could explain, it's deserved.
Uther again.
Yeah.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Very frustrating. Here we go. The Chiori boutique, located within our good court of Fontaine, claims to be a clothing store with unique style, but there's another side to the tale for those few who look beneath the facade. Sources in the Fortress of Meripede say that not a few criminals have boasted about wearing Chiori boutique's clothes. I just felt the atmosphere in there suited me, convicted felon Lyle said. Oh my god, these words met with the wide open approval from many of his fellow inmates. Our source also stated that a prisoner who was recently convicted of violent conduct and battery also openly supported Chiori's design a year ago. I gotta say that this is a hit piece, and it's like it's a very see-through hit piece, but the fact that it's working makes actually perfect sense because that still would work. Upon close investigation of Chiori's many supplies, we discovered that there is something more to the discovery that criminals favor its wares. The boutique is in its truth comparable to an invisible hand, like a spider's web that connects all these evildoers. This is it's definitely a tabloid because they're going full on opinion here and making it into like a freaking essay. Our investigation showed that the Wagner family supplies ornaments that adorn her designs, and a certain member of the household is a frequent guest at the fortress. But do birds of a feather flock together? Yeah, this is trash. But it works. That's the problem. Not only that, but many customers have also been subject to rough treatment at Chioria. Mr. Valerian had this to say, a real brute, that one. Never mind refusing to tailor my clothes. Why, she seized her scissors and began to wrecking them and threw me out the window. Wait, what? If she did, you probably deserved it. Doubtless many of you have wondered why the glass at Chiori's boutique often shatters with a loud crash, leaving behind a terrifying mess. Mr. Valerian's unfortunate encounter unveils the truth. Just the other day, this report was going to print another such act of brutal battery occurred in the streets. Just imagine, if you would, the scene playing out as depicted in the photo above. Chiori and her countenance terrifying as he grabbed her competitor, Mr. Uther, by the scruff, making threatening gestures towards him. This incident was ultimately broken up by the guards who reached the scene. No, it was not. Oh, they're talking about chevreuse. When we asked criminals why they appreciate this brand, the answer we received is Chiori employs legal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to its evildoers among us. The wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion. This is why, like some of us will be able to go, this is fake right away, right? And a lot of people, and the guy who's supplying it knows it's fake. It's just that the rumor, even though it's fake, and most people probably do know it's fake, like, because there's not one criminal that goes, the reason why I like it is because we're all criminals and we're doing bad stuff, you know? Perhaps those who purchase the clothes from the establishment may follow the establishment's philosophy and prefer to liquidate those with who have disagreements. Is Chiori's boutique indeed a place blindly flattered by fashionistas that keep the exclusive clientele of crooks? Jesus Christ, man.
Behind the scenes, the true Chioria boutique
Dirt.
takes shape. Not a fashion house, but a house of lies.
Terrible work. That's the thing. Like, terrible, again, it's definitely a tabloid.
Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chioria brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty.
So, like, again, where would you get that statement from any evildoer? Yeah, same, Chiori.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
But Uther asked Chiori first. He even hired some goons to attack her courier.
Yeah, he was the
They
one
were
who
going to
started
kill
it, that
her.
little...
If she didn't have a vision, she would be in the water.
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon, but it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of
Crazy.
Manapede.
It's crazy. He meant it when he said, "Oh, like this is not it. It's not over."
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, it can never be washed clean.
And like factually, so this happens in Fontaine quite a bit, where public opinion changes with the roll of a dice sometimes. Here we saw that in the court system, like they would change how they felt like based on like the smallest piece of information.
They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not.
Also, he's doubting.
There's
He
even the
still has it
possibility
that they could
they're
be.
just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two, especially when they've found several people to back up their claims.
Yeah, but usually it requires people to step up as well.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider?
Oh, the softness in her voice.
If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
If I were younger, I might have said yes.
Nah, man, this hurts. This hurts real bad.
But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to
And
consider.
I said
now.
this when we were in the boutique. Like, it makes perfect sense, even if you didn't want to drop Chiori. Like, your business was named in this article. People know you are the supplier now.
I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that
Understandable.
negative publicity.
It's understandable because, yes, that like it's like they did that on purpose to target him as well. They implicated his name to make sure she didn't have any supplier. This is systematically done.
I
Like, it makes sense.
Let me offer you a piece of advice.
But it's very
Chiori,
frustrating.
For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week.
Oh, no.
There's always next year. You just need to wait for all of this to blow over.
No, we're going to kill somebody.
You're free to wait things out, Venger.
Yes.
I'll make my own choices.
Yes, and that's why we already love you. That's why we're already such a big fan of you.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this
Her
trouble?
attitude is why she got this far. Because she's and the thing is, like, she was so respected up to like an hour ago. Yesterday she was one of the most respected people in the whole of Fontaine. You know? And I feel like it's easy to say that about some, it's when someone's on top, it's very easy to say like, oh yeah, your attitude, is, because if she's on top, then her attitude becomes her strength. But now that she's like on the bottom and like is brought down a peg by people, now it's like, oh, well, the attitude is a bit of a problem.
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Chiori, I love you.
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is best of luck. As for the models, none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
Okay, and again, I want to say it's understandable. It makes so much sense. This would happen in real life as well. If a fashion designer is implicated in something like this, that would bring down the reputation of a fashion designer. Nobody wants to be the model for that fashion designer. Nobody wants to work with that fashion designer. That would just happen. It would happen.
Understood. Take care.
We'll model, though. I'll model for her. I don't care. What are you going to do? Bring down the reputation of the traveler? You think you can do that? Go ahead. Bring down a reputation.
So, what should we do now?
I will model for you.
Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
Okay, and she wears so many beautiful accessories as well.
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
Some people probably do, but they literally cannot do anything about it. Like we saw there, even if he believed that none of this was true, which I think he's leaning more towards that he doesn't believe it's true, there's literally nothing he can do because if his business is implicated, it's gone.
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's
Yes.
not. It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room.
We saw this in the courts as well.
I should have seen it from the beginning. Uther knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back.
Let's
for
go to.
now.
I'll go to his house now again. If you want to stay here, I'll go to his house. Charlotte! Oh my god, it's so good to see you.
Traveler, Paimon!
How you doing?
Charlotte, what are
If
you
there's
doing
anyone who
here?
know about the journalism, like it's hers. It's her.
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this
Awful.
morning?
They're awful, aren't they?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article?
Yes.
Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
I'm so glad Paimon's saying that because that's what it makes me feel as well. It makes me feel so frustrated.
You too, huh?
I'm so glad. Of course, Charlotte will be on the side of the truth. Of course, you would. Best journalist I've ever known.
Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I
Oh
can
my
write an article
God.
to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
She's incredible.
That's great. With your help, we might be able to get some people back on
That's
our
awesome.
side.
And Charlotte does care. She cares about the journalist integrity before. How many times did we said in during the event? She's been sent on different missions because she's taken down corporations before, you know?
It's my pleasure.
She's literally sent to different
I've met
regions.
Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be.
Charlotte, you are so amazing.
She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera.
Are you
the
serious?
Sierra Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She was here a second ago, but she wandered off.
She was just here. Maybe she went over there? Let's go check.
Charlotte, thank you so much. You are so appreciated. And I do believe when I say this, if Navi is the MVP of Fontaine, I do believe that like there's something to be said about like either like the backbone or the knee bones of Fontaine being Charlotte.
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
Yeah?
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
Yeah, we're hearing all the freaking rumors now. These two are going to talk as well, watch.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Yeah? Bet you did.
Really? How was it? The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
This is what sucks about public opinion. And I'm going to give a bad example here, right? But if let's say like, I know, use Chiori here. Just say it as it is. Instead of doing an analogy, you usually do analogies, but this is the perfect analogy is what's happening to Chiori right now. Because we can just say that because she's always been so like very straightforward, sometimes aggressive, sometimes very like, steeled in her opinions, right? And that was seen as confidence. That was seen as people like, oh my God, she's so respected. She knows what she's doing. We let her, if she tells you your outfit doesn't look very good right now and she can do something else for you, she's being honest, right? It was honesty. It was respected honesty beforehand, but now she's down on her look. That same thing that people respected beforehand has become something that they can insult and attack. That same thing that people love, they will now go, yeah, she was very rude to me, a month ago. Oh, it boils my blood because it's so true. It's like, yeah, one time she told my mother that like her shoes didn't match her hat. I knew she was something wrong with it. It's like, no, you didn't. At the time, you probably loved it because you got a new shoes for your mother and you respected her then. Yeah, it's just down on her luck and people are kicking her when she's down now. Where'd she go?
Oh no, we've lost her.
She's very determined though. She probably went off to do herself. We're here with Charlotte, which is awesome.
Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
It was Navi who said this. She said the people in Fontaine have gotten to the part of the culture is that they everyone loves a comeback story, but people in Fontaine genuinely love a takedown. They do. And this is something that is, and again, this is not me insulting, but we love Fontaine. But this is just something that's factually within the story. You know what I mean? This has been a thing where it's like the people in Fontaine, they love a comeback story, but also if someone's getting condemned or someone's losing in the courts, they also love that too. That's a story that they're even more interested in.
Miss
Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her.
There you go.
It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes.
Yep.
It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
Using something that was not a problem before as a problem.
This is all Uther's fault. Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could.
Yeah, it's Sabe.
Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking
maybe.
for him, do you?
Maybe.
You know, so she can, finish what she started?
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
Well, but like...
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very frustrating, isn't it? And like, this game is intentionally trying to, it's a frustrating topic.
Oh, who's this?
That's the lady for her wedding.
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see
Are you
Miss
returning your
Chiori.
wedding dress?
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning
No
that dress
way,
too.
your wedding dress? You said it was perfect.
No, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
I don't know if I'm getting like teary-eyed, like just a little bit, where I'm just like, there's someone out there who still believes in her, from the general public.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
And she wants to help out.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear
Like,
a
that's-
Chiori dress on my wedding day.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. She's been waiting to wear a Chiori dress. This, like you can't help but just look at her and just be like, that's so awesome you got to do that.
Why?
My fiance owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of more,
Oh.
but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and we put down a custom
Oh my
order
god,
for
I'm
a
gonna
dress.
cry.
He probably noticed how often
That's
I
so
talked
sweet.
about Miss Chiori's clothes and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses
What a
to
man.
my wedding has always been my dream.
That's not just about buying something for someone. It's about wanting to fulfill a wish that your partner has. It's putting in such an effort that beyond the money, it's him putting in such an effort. It's so beautiful.
And then?
And then something happened to the business.
Oh,
And we ran into major Mora problems. We were able to
Sucks.
scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order,
stop.
she asked if something happened, and I told her everything.
She's the biggest sweetheart ever.
She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well.
I am so
Promised
emotional
that
right
I'd be
now.
able to wear a Chihoria dress on my wedding day.
Because it's something that everyone can like talk. We know about like how important wedding days are, and like Chiori feels that too. She saw someone down in her luck, and we know she tried to do that as well with the movie as well. She gave her funding as well.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
It's so incredible. Holy hell!
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out
So
the
you
dress
took it out of the
and try
box.
it on.
This girl's a sweetheart.
My fiance happened to walk into the room, and when he saw me, he froze on the spot.
So he probably thought we can't afford it.
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it
Or
until the wedding day.
he just saw how beautifully you were, and
Well, see, that
Okay.
wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held
Jesus
nothing
Christ.
back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
She is a sweetheart.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I got so teary-eyed with the whole thing, right? Because it's like not only just having one person care about Chiori still, like Chiori's work, but also having like it's not relatable because I can't feel it relatable, but you know that's something that people feel and realize about their wedding. I don't know if I'd be able to get a dress like this. People dream about it. People dream about their dream wedding. And this is all she wanted, and she was able to fulfill this. She was able to get one of the most expensive dresses you could ever buy for a fraction of the cost.
I think it'd go a long way.
Wow.
Your real experience is more powerful than all those
It
lies
is.
combined.
It is. Like, all the frustration left my body, and now I have, like, that choking feeling in the bottom of your throat. You know? It's like, so right, Charlotte. You're so correct.
Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
Oh, wow.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
That was incredible. That was such a realistic story.
So, in your opinion, what is Miss Chiori like as a person?
Let's see. Well, she's certainly not afraid to
Yes.
say what she means, but she always looks out for her customers.
I can
however
see
she
that
can.
too. Because that's the thing. I remember when she was doing Ayato's makeup. Do you remember when she was doing Ayato's makeup? She said to him, right? She said, "Oh, we're going here. Oh my God, very close to the Fontaine research place." I remember when she was doing his makeup. One thing she said to him was that, like, and she wasn't rude about it. What she said wasn't rude. What she said was, "You're, we have to make you look more young and naive. Your eyes are very cunning." And while that's not insulting in any way, shape, or form, I need people to understand that. Is there a thing above me here? It's not insulting in any way, shape, or form to say that someone looks, because he has a very cunning, not cunning, what was it? Calculated eyes. She's honest. She is honest, but she was willing to work so hard for that production. And that's why we can appreciate her. Oh, she's sitting down. And that story there is just such a, like, a realistic story. You can, like, relate to it, or at least, like, be empathetic so quickly with that story. Such a beautiful sentiment. Such a beautiful sentiment.
There you are, Chiori.
Uh-huh. How did you know where I Aloft told you, didn't she?
And such a different, and such a change, because she has that Chiori tone in her voice, but, like, it's very, like a lot, not softer, but a lot more, like, melancholic.
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop, and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
Yeah.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning.
It's pretty high up.
Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
Honestly, thank you. Again, everything she says, just like, even when she's sad or upset, she just exudes, like, you know, this confident, or at least, like, very cool nature about her. I'd love to sit beside Chiori.
Right, don't mind if we do.
Yeah, I'd love to sit beside you. That'd be so nice. Like, this is such a sweet scene. Look at this.
Well, how does it feel?
Oh my God, the artwork they've done for this story. And she's just such, like, a beautiful character, isn't she? She really is.
This place is pretty great.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media.
Wow.
It's just you and the beautiful
The
scenery.
noise is gone. All that noise of all the critiques, even, like, people, you know, it's just nothing's here to do with, like, fashion. It's just to do with the outdoors.
Yeah. It's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in
So
a
true.
while.
So true, Paimon.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child.
Really?
I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Honestly, she does give the vibe of someone who, like, was free to make her own decisions, right? She does give me that energy.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
Yeah, like, I didn't know she was gonna be a troublemaker, but honestly, like, the whole, like, going in and just, like, fighting first and, like, beating the crap out of the guy, it does give the energy of someone who, as a child, was very fearless.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be.
Right.
It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
It's I guess if you talk, anyone in the comments could say, oh, they, like, have they found something like that as well? Like, there's a space where they feel where they are, like, you know, most comfortable, and it feels like they're away from all the really other crazy things that are in the world.
Sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor.
Whoa.
It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago. You could say I really tried their patience.
I love that. I love that.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly.
Look at her smile.
I
Beautiful.
just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things.
I'm melting. I'm melting away in the best way possible, just in, like, the sweetest way possible, because we had an idea of Chiori, and I never thought she was mean. You can even check the event last time, and you can see my thoughts, my full thoughts, if you want to see that, if you didn't see that. I never thought she was mean, but seeing the side of her is just melting me away. It really is, because I want to make clear that it's like, I love both sides. I love the dimensions of characters in Genshin. I don't want characters to change. I don't want characters to, like, just be, unless they, like, obviously, like, there's a difference, like, you know, with Vaughn, like, growing is such an important thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want Chiori to just change who she is or anything like that. What I'm saying is that, like, I can appreciate the moments where she is, like, tough and aggressive and she'll throw someone to the ground, where she's very straightforward and forceful, but also, like, appreciate the moments where she's very soft with people and very nice with people. I appreciate now when she's opening up to her as well. Like, I can appreciate it all, and just shows the dimensions of a character like Chiori.
On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call.
Now you have Navia.
Anyway,
which is, like,
a few
the opposite.
incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even to do grunt work.
All that talent and she, like, and they wouldn't even, yeah, that's crazy.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Tibet.
Heck yeah. And that's what she wants. She was saying she's not going to rest until it's, like, worldwide.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a
Look at the
far
scene.
more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
The fact that we're about to say this to her as well. But yeah, this is such before we go forward with this, like, and say this to her, this is such an interesting conversation. And I love learning about her past because it's such an interesting past. I would have, like, you know, like, loved to, like, again, it's one of those things where fly the wall where you're kind of like, but, like, it's obviously her saying is just as important, but, like, it's such a cool concept, the idea of, like, you know, a troublemaker getting into fashion and being turned away because she had such a big ideas about fashion as well, and eventually finding her groove. And yeah, someone loved your designs and dreamed about it at a wedding.
Oh, you mean Letitia?
She came to find you again.
Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers.
Yeah, and it was her sentiment was beautiful. It nearly made me cry too. Again, you can see them in the distance, just like specks, but it's so beautiful.
Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
As long as you've calmed down, that's great.
Ooh,
Not calm down, that's the wrong word.
Back.
Because I think she was still pretty calm, as long as you've, like, got that perspective you want.
Back? It was never gone to begin with.
That's what I'm saying.
I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
She said it. We gotta listen.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uther wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara.
Yeah, we gotta smear him.
Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her.
Yeah, and she has that same dedication that you have towards fashion to journalism, so...
I know where Uther's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
What's wrong with my mind that my first thing was like, let's wreck it? I was like, let's destroy it.
Sounds good. We'll come with.
Fantastic story from
As for
Chiori.
Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
The laugh, yeah.
But your accessories. Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma and the vow I made in front of those masters.
And it makes sense because it's like, it's an island. It's 4 islands, like all put to, in one space. It makes perfect sense that you would think that. That's so cool. I didn't even think of that someone could like relate that to it.
Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back.
Yeah, that's, yes.
The sea.
What did you just say, Chiori?
The sea. Seashells, coral.
Yeah?
I've got it.
Her laugh is amazing.
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall
We're going swimming?
Chiori, wait, hold up!
Man, yeah, that conversation with Chiori was fantastic, but now we have to like, we're literally going swimming. Amazing conversation with Chiori. Absolutely fantastic. Learning about her past, learning why she got into fashion, learning like that she was a troublemaker, which is also very cool. I didn't get the vibe that she was a troublemaker as a kid. I think it's more just like now kind of, it's like, okay, someone who's like very confident, or maybe someone who has had the freedom to maybe like, do some things, might have that confidence and a lack of fear when they're older. But I will also say as well that always doesn't work. It doesn't work all the time. What else? Yeah, what was I going to say there? If it always like, here's the thing, I'm sitting here going, heck yeah, let's do this. I understand that like as well. It's always like if it's a healthy thing, right? If it's a healthy thing. And you guys know that. I don't even have to say it anymore because you guys know I promote like the idea of like, doing it in a healthy way. But so when I'm like, oh, don't back down now, and like, yes, keep going.
Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitwal? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us!
We're so helpful, people. Yeah, no, like what I was saying is like, while I understand completely that like, for a lot of people, it's like, yeah, if she comes to us later on and is like, actually, it's very unhealthy for me to like, keep pushing forward. I should have taken a break and waited until next year. That's fine too. I've no problem just accepting that in that sense that I was like maybe possibly wrong with that stuff. But also at the same time, I feel personally that I love the attitude that she has where she's like, oh, no, I do not care. We're not doing either or, we're doing both. I love that. I do love that aspect too.
This should be enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area. Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back. Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create.
This is going to show how talented she is almost instantly, isn't it?
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it if I skip out on sleep.
Let us help. Please let us help.
Oh no, skipping
Yeah,
on
no, we're not
sleep
doing
is
that.
Not the answer. come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja?
Ganyu. I love he's bringing up Ganyu, yeah.
Ganyu? Who's
Oh my god,
that?
you'd love Ganyu's fashion. Oh my god, she looks amazing.
A friend of ours who does way too much overtime.
Yep, she's a workaholic.
Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
Huh?
You got it. Wait. What
Yeah,
did you
what?
say?
You heard me. Tear them all up.
For real?
When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the
Oh
clothes
my
that I brought with me from New
god.
Zealand, and I used the scraps to make my
She's going back
entries
to
for the shop.
roots.
I used the larger pieces for the base fabric and the smaller pieces for
That's,
accessories.
I actually like, even though like we're tearing apart clothes and it's very, you know, knowing people would do it, I actually support it. I support it a lot.
If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits.
Yeah, but like, I know, like, are you guys with me? Like, where like, I kind of get the concept and I think it's actually like amazing.
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let them win. Even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
I think it makes sense because like those outfits wouldn't have worked with unless she had those accessories she wanted. She wants a new vision and she's gonna do it from scratch, like she did with come back to her roots when she started.
Okay, then. Here goes nothing.
I'm so for it.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course, if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them
And
into
I
the
believe
sewer.
you. I believe you 100%. I believe you. Holy hell. Okay. Wait.
Just
Wait.
this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your
No
emotions.
way. We're actually destroying them? That is so fun. Like what a fun mission. The idea of just tearing apart a bunch of clothes. And then turning into fabric, that's so fun. That's such a fun idea. That's such a fun idea.
Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright?
Navia!
Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up in...
Oh,
Whoa.
she's gonna think it's ransacked.
What happened to your shop?
Oh my god, it's so good to see Navia though.
Who did this?
Oh my god.
Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them,
I love
was
her,
it?
I love her.
They even sent people to wreck your
Oh
shop.
no. Look at her, by the way, perfect in every way. I'm so glad to see her, but like of course she's gonna think it was ransacked.
Give me their names. Since they're all too
Oh,
eager
no.
to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula returns
Oh no,
the
please don't,
favor.
Navia. We love you too much.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
Boss, please go easy on us.
Huh?
Oof, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric
Oh my
and
God.
accessories we can get.
But Navia's a sweetheart. The fact that she'd even think to do this, you know, she would as well. She'd help out. She'd kill him.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself.
The ultimate
just now.
sweetheart.
Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend like I didn't say
Never,
anything.
because it shows how amazing you are.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
Yeah, and rightly so. She's the head of the Spina di
There's one
Rosula.
thing I can't stand. It's a false accusation.
Yes, of course.
No one's
Yeah,
gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away
I love you.
with it.
Yeah, no, she's so right. She's so right, and it relates to her past. She knows what happened, what false accusation did to her father's reputation.
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom
I mean, look
tailored
at your
here.
outfit.
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask you in the first place, silly.
Yeah, you can tell there's respect here. I'm sorry, but like, look at this perfect haircut as well. Like, this is you know, the idea of a comfort character, right? I said it before. I'm gonna say it a million times. This is my comfort character.
Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll
That's
need
awesome.
all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Because she's not just like, you know, just doing it totally alone. She's getting help from us. She's getting help from other people. You know what I mean? Like, she's willing to help other people as well. I love it.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show. When are you going to get started? I can help with sewing too.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette?
No way.
I'll need their help as well.
No way. Yes.
I'm done with my interview.
And there's Charlotte.
Has Miss Chiori made it back yet?
What happened to the boutique?
The voice acting so
Who
good.
did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
You got so many close friends, Chiori. People love you.
Not this again.
People love you. People love you. Wait, we're actually gonna go find Linny and Lynette? Oh my god.
What should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any help?
Sort them by the type of fabric first, and then by color. Oh, and don't forget to remove any accessories and put them to the side.
That sounds pretty straightforward. I'll help too.
Imagine, oh my god. Like, look at this. You'd be sorted for life if you had Navia and Charlotte helping you out, right? You'd be sorted for life. I can't believe we're going to find Linny and Lynette. What about Fremini? He's pretty fashionable. Did you design his clothes too? He's pretty fashionable. Xenoblade chic. Honestly, this is awesome. This story quest has been so fun. It's again, like, here's the, like, the story quests in Genshin are some of my favorite parts. I think legitimately, if you ask me, like, you know, like, what my favorite, like, again, the world quests are incredible too because they have such incredible stories. But like, there's something about the story quest, just getting to know a character just as in depth as possible. It's just so awesome. It's so awesome. And Chiori's a character I'm so glad we already got to know throughout the events and this stuff as well. Of course, this is their house there. Are we gonna go into their house? No, they're gonna come out, aren't they?
Linny, Lynette! Great, you're both here.
This is awesome. The sweethearts themselves.
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
Yeah?
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori.
Oh my freaking god. I knew. I put investments in characters that I love and I'm always right. my guys are always just so helpful. Actually, let's get Xiao as well. Xiao, I'm in trouble. And Xiao just shows up. I'll do some sewing. But I can't guarantee it'll turn out right. And it turns out the best thing you've ever seen in your life. I have to sew my own clothes in the wild. Turned out okay, right?
She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Oh my god. Like, I want to shout from the rooftops. These are literally Fatui members, and they're helping more than people in this town who are just normal people.
Oh, perfect. She was the one who sent us.
Once again, by the way, because they also helped Fontaine a great amount.
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Beautiful.
Okay, so it's like this.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
That's fantastic. It's so good. I have chills just because of what they've done with this story and having all these characters show up.
I'm glad to hear it. Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Uther's been
Heck
doing,
yeah,
right?
I'm up for it.
Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
Yeah. But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uther fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like...
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
Alright, we're counting on you.
You can trust the heck out of them as well, though, can't you? Again, like, she's designing their clothes too, and they have impeccable clothes as well.
And let's also do as Chiori said, and meet up with her at Uther's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then.
Yep.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
She's probably gonna love it though as well. She said it herself, like it was like a whole new world for her, like what she liked to do. So you have to wait until 2 days later. We can do that right away. What this feels like, and I always use the word Avengers in this thing because it's like especially the last event we did with the Duel of the Summoners, it was like, or like the story quest we did for Shan Yun as well was like that. But I really do feel as though this is like the fashion Avengers. Like all the some of the greatest outfits you've ever seen in Fontaine showing up, you know? And it just so happens that some of the most amazing people in the world are in those outfits. Like, and this makes the world feel so full, right? It makes the world feel so freaking full. And it's not just like, you know, because you can fall into that trap of just having vision wielders be the characters who are like, oh, we'll help out, you know what I mean? Or like, if there's anything you need, we can totally help out. You know what I mean? Where is this? Down below? Huh? Whereabouts is that? You know, is there anything you need? We'll help. We'll be the ones to help out. But like, they also had like a woman just like doing like her going to her wedding, help out as well. I love that she's going to her roots. This is like one of my favorite things, is the idea of like, you know, she started off with just some fabrics and ripping apart some fabric and like starting again too. And I also love that you can tell she does appreciate fashion because she's not trying to repurpose. She's not trying to just get the design she's already made and the clothes she's already made for the show and just like add different accessories to them. She is like redesigning stuff completely. And I again, you can just 100% appreciate like her respect for the art of fashion as well, which is so awesome. Remember when Linny tried to rizz us up? So is it just down here? Okay. I thought we'd be able to see like it here, but like whereabouts is it in? It's here? Right under the Spina's nose? Oh no, Chiori's here. We're meeting up with Chiori. Okay, fair enough. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, you're here.
Chiori! How are the new outfits coming along? You look kinda tired.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Olaf. We should be able to make tonight's show.
Awesome, okay.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uther has closed his factory. This is our only chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
Okay, Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be trespassing on his property if we just barge in like this?
Yes, and I love it.
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can stop by for a tour. We're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just looking about.
Well, when you put it that way...
Anyway, Uther's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
It is right in the Spina.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes. I don't know. Maybe the rent here is cheap.
We could ask
Ooh, it's really creepy.
Navi about it.
I would never choose to buy anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
And since I know, like, someone will probably, like, you know, timestamp and say, like, well, actually, like, you know, this isn't all just the Spina de Rizzula. Yes, 100%. That's the Spina de Rizzula over there, or, like, part of it, at least. Like, that is owned by the Spina. The Spina is also in Poisson. Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying it's so close by to be in there, you know what I mean? It's so close by. Just so everyone's aware. Is this going to be a domain, or what is it going to be? It is. Just like that. I guess we're just going with this team. They've been a good team to us so far. And we're Chiori as well. She does have, like, again, like, I think the dual blading is something I actually thought was really cool. We'll see. Oh my god.
We're in. There
Pretty.
really is nobody here.
Very pretty. Which means it's probably going to be seen as an enemy. Oh my god, who's this? Who are you?
Welcome, dear visitors.
No. What the hell?
We fell out of the air. What is that thing?
Yeah, what the hell?
Mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Okay.
Please follow me, dear guests.
Sure. Like this, they look at the moveset as well. This, I remember even like saying this was so freaking cool the first time we saw her. Like the dual blading stuff. Because she was on the same banner as Ito originally. Oh my god, look at this stuff.
First stop on our tour is a look at the
What are they doing? I didn't expect this at all.
Brand.
Like a guided tour? What's this?
After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Okay.
Uther seems to be doing
Not very
pretty
good,
well
not as
for
good as
himself,
Chiori's.
doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving
Good
his
question.
own
Very good question, Paimon.
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please take a look around at your leisure.
Don't mind if I do.
This seems like Uther's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
The courier shall arrive at the city in the morning via... So is that maybe to do with Kirara? Some examples of Uther's old designs, there's nothing strange about them. Oh, really? They look ugly. Maybe that's what's strange about them. Marketing expenses, 100,000 more. Employee expenses, 200,000 more. Material expenses.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room.
Okay. Robot, do you know why these clothes are ugly? No, they're not. Because like some of them are similar to Chiori. But they're, I guess like what she's saying is they are kind of like a cheaper version, I guess, of like some like this stuff. Oh my god, look. This, it's an actual fitting room.
Why did the door just close?
No way.
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it moving?
It's actually, it's just an elevator. Where are we going? Where on earth are we going?
It seems to have stopped.
You know what's crazy? Now I want Chiori as a like this. Yeah, this is what happens with the stories all the time.
Seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
I don't know what we can do with her, but we're gonna do it. We're just gonna attack. Look at the doll. Oh my god, that's so cute. It's so cute. So, something getting updated. Usually when my oh wow, actually some cool level design here. When someone gets updated on my PlayStation, it does that like, you know, the for a second. So I'm guessing maybe something is updated or just started downloading.
Ring cutter.
Come at me.
And I usually do this then. With the power of Guwa.
Breaking new ground.
We also want to use... She's so freaking sick. The dual blading was always cool though. I actually might go back and like watch the episode. Not watch the episode, watch the part, because I don't remember the... Like, I'd love to watch all my reaction to every single character just to see what I thought of them at first. I know for a fact that like the dual blading was something I was like, yes, this is so sick. I was like, a conveyor belt. This is so creative. Yeah, there we go. So creative. This is stunning though.
This place is filthy. Are the clothes from Uther's shop seriously made here?
Look over there.
What'd you see? Oh.
Ooh, that water looks super nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, Paimon can smell the stench from all the way over here.
Murky and mossy as well.
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uther.
Oh my god, we take a picture of this? I'll use my camera.
So he was actually the one who opened an underground factory.
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made here even be worn?
That's the thing. They could be like freaking... They could make people sick.
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
That's terrifying. Let's take some photos right away as evidence.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, that's horrible. It's just like a mass production. It's like so quick and like, you know...
This way he won't
which most clothes are mass-produced.
All right, let's keep going.
But that's why the thing is like, Chiori's name is going to cause her to dash forward. Hold and aim to adjust the direction of the dash. After you decide your dash direction, please release elements of skill and dash to a target location. What? Wait, has this always been a thing?
Doesn't look like there's a
So,
path here.
shut up.
Let's go up.
Has that always been a thing? You know what? We've probably seen that before, but I just don't remember. Like, it's been so long, but that's so cool. That is insanely cool.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too.
Yeah, it looks horrible as well here.
What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
He wants to trap us in the factory.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because we used to be partners.
Oh, what? Oh, right.
But you're practically at each other's throats. Now you're telling us you used to work
So there's some bitterness there as well?
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. We shared the same goal, so we decided to work together. In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in awe. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uther's confidence disappeared.
Oh, right. He didn't have the same strength that Chiori had to kind of keep going with that stuff.
Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of.
Okay.
And we parted ways. For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew it was my chance to show the industry what I was made of. In the end, well...
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uther gave up on his dream and
So he's bitter.
This
He's bitter. It's almost like, you know, that image where, like, you know, the person's breaking through the ground and the diamonds are on the other side. He came this close to having joined renown with her. And it's like, yeah, I'm not saying it's his own fault for leaving, but it is kind of, he left. And he was this close to having the same renown.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Chiori
bitterness.
Boutique, he's harassed me every year.
That is
since.
bitterness and jealousy, and it's more of him hating himself for his own decisions, really.
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
Like, for me as well, like I totally get what Paimon's saying as well, like, because, like, here's the thing, we can, like...
There are some control panels over there.
Sure.
Let's see if any of those buttons do anything.
Like, I'm totally, like, you guys know, I totally, like, do my best to understand every character, but, like, sometimes it's 100% okay to just say a character is just an arsehole. Start?
Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything.
Well, we started all of them, let's see what they do. Who? Where? Show me, I'll help. Oh, it's me. You die. That's the end of it. Did you actually do that? Did you guys do that?
Unauthorized intruders entering explosion.
Get over here. Get over here with your friends.
I am the cutting edge.
Oh my god, cutting through the clothes as well. Man, I can't believe, like, I'm, like, legitimately, like... I don't know, like, it happens all the time, though. It happened with Navi as well. Remember we were like we thought Navi was really cool, we didn't wish on the banner, and now, like, if Navi showed up in the banner again, I'd be like, right away. I think it's when you get to know the characters more, it happens, right?
Let me read you a verse. Time to act.
There we go.
Feast your eyes.
That was not the right time to do that, but I'll be honest, I had something in my eye. Does she go on the ground when she does that? Hold on a second here. Can we see that again? Let me just first of all heal up our boy. I want to see this again for a second here. This here, does she go on the ground? She does. She slides on the ground and goes back up.
Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Probably, or we could do this. Watch.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Chiori's Geo as well, right? No, we need to go over here. Yeah. That's fine. Oh my god, it went down so quick. I was like, we have a second to get out of here. Yeah, that's a really cool motion as well, by the way. Her sliding on the floor, then slashing up. It's very different. It's very different. Yeah, I fall in love with Chiori. Like, as a character, I think she's absolutely incredible. Ah. No! No! You know what I mean? Like, I think that's like what Genshin does so well. Like, a character who, like, from a distance, I was like, I don't know if I'm even that interested in Chiori, you know what I mean? And the same thing happened with Ito. If you remember, like, on the same banner, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna wish on Ito. And then we met Ito and we were like, he's freaking awesome, you know? I think that is, like, you know, stories behind characters really help. And that's why I always, like, try to, like, make clear, I think sometimes when people would, like, say, like, oh, I wish you wished on this character, why didn't you wish on this character? Like, I think a perfect example was probably, like, Nervalette, when, like, people were probably like, oh, man, you should definitely wish on Nervalette. When I first saw him on the banner a long time before I even knew who Nervalette was, I thought he was a bad guy at the time, because he has that very like anime epic, you know, villain aura. Like when you see him first, but then you see he's like the sweetest person ever when you do meet him, like the most gentle soul. I remember, like, you know, like I was like, it's like for me, it's like I don't know him, and for a lot of you guys, it's like, well, he's, you know, someone you've known for a while now.
We finally made it out.
Ah.
Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
And it is like a thing of like, I say it all the time where it's like, it is tough because for a lot of people, they, is it gonna come back down? For a lot of people, they probably like, you know, it's hard to take yourself out of the mindset where it's like, well, you don't know, like, you're talking about a character that you love dearly and you've known him for a while, to go like, oh, well, like, you know, this person hasn't known them for, oh god, as long as I have. You know what I mean? It's definitely difficult to, like, get that perspective, right? She was about to jump into the gunk. She was ready. And you see now, like, when we get, oh, do you have to go into the water? Ugh. But you get what I'm saying. It's like, it's very difficult to get you in the mindset where it's like you've known Nervalette for so long, you've known Chiori for so long, you have these feelings about them already, and it's like, oh, well, you know, the player I'm watching also has to, like, gradually get those feelings as well. Chiori's very fun, though.
We're finally out of that stinky place.
It's very sneaky,
Take
right?
this evidence and get out of here.
Is that him? Bro. You're about to get destroyed if you think you're going for a fight here.
Finally, the entrance. At last.
I thought I saw a guy there.
Oh.
There he is, yeah.
Those chambers couldn't hold you, I see. What a surprise.
Oh, do you think this is not going to go well for you?
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your factory. You're not getting away this time, Uther.
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have any intention of letting it get past these walls?
You're not allowed to clap. You're about to get destroyed. These are about to get destroyed.
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Yeah, like funding your fashion.
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
You can hear the jealousy in his voice, the bitterness.
What? Destroying Chiori Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving
rotten
that fashion
rags
is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance.
You know what your problem is, Uther? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you. Stop trying to cater to it. Focus on your own work, and you get to decide what fashion means.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know.
Right.
After all, what is fashion but another form of public opinion?
No, it's supposed to represent, like, the times. It's supposed to represent your art.
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal, but it's up to you to decide what it is. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my ideal, and it's not going to change.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal
he's just so far
is.
removed from, like, the original ideals he had with Chiori now.
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long?
It's so bitter, right? It's so bitter.
You weren't like this before, Uther. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never have been possible at all.
Yes, she's so smart about this. It's not just that he wanted to show that he could succeed. He needed to show that the path that he didn't take was that he was right to not take that path.
You think you understand, but you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices.
Yes.
You regret giving up on your dream. So you stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice.
He is the type of person who would see a convertible and wish it started raining, like, because he didn't make the right, you know what I mean? Like, he just wants to see her fail so it can make him feel like he made the right choice.
This whole thing, Uther. It's pathetic.
Chiori's kind of spinning. She is.
Pathetic. Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Teyvat by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
What are you going to feel like when she does do that, even though you tried to smear her reputation? Well, how are you going to feel about that?
Right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools.
Everyone has to be drunk on something, though.
But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
I love it.
You.
Okay. Chiori, you go first. You got a show to catch.
Yeah, just leave this guy to
Yeah, we'll get him.
No, you go instead.
Oh?
But he hasn't
She needs to handle this.
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan.
No, she's like, again, I've more than enough faith in her.
Lessons are best delivered in person.
Stay safe. I feel that she does need to do this. I think he needs to feel, even at his biggest sabotage yet, he needs to feel that defeat.
Trying to leave, are we?
Oh, don't even try. No way. No way. No way.
I've held back all this time.
She stopped a bullet with her freaking sword. Chiori, that is so sick. That is so sick.
And all that changed after our tour of your factory.
No, that's so cool.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this, if I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy.
Oh my freaking god, Chiori.
Allow me to show you the true meaning
She's so sick.
of the Chiori brand.
She's so sick. Wait, are we gonna do this, or is this gonna be?
The Chiori brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Look at us at the fashion show.
Friends at Fontaine Fashion Week, please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chiori
Oh my
Boutique
god,
has
look at them.
prepared for you today.
This is so beautiful. And Kirara too. I should turn into the cat eyes. No, this is beautiful. Are you kidding me?
Dazzling and wholly unique.
The pop music in the background. Look at her.
An enduring, never say die spirit.
This is amazing.
That's the true meaning of the Chiori brand.
The freaking pop music in the background.
Let's welcome the thundering seamstress.
And Lynette as well.
Chiori herself.
No way. No way.
Did Chiori not
Look at Paimon, how great she looks too. Chiori. You look amazing. I have chills.
Cameras, over here, please.
This is so incredible.
Let the show begin.
Stunning. Lynette.
The world
Holy.
may change. Fashion alone
Holy.
will, but
Oh my
Chiori
god.
will remain
Oh
the
my
same.
god, look at her.
No
Look at her.
challenge is too great. Chiori caters
Wait, did we
to
get an
no
outfit?
one. Not even the time.
Oh my god, they look amazing.
Rather, Chiori will
Oh
always
my god,
lead
look at
the
Navi, look at
fashion
my
of our
girl.
time.
Look at her.
Finally, let's not forget.
Oh my god. And she's cutting it up. Incredible, incredible, stunning, amazing. Look at them. All their outfits.
Only those who do not give up on their dreams
Yeah.
are worthy of this brand.
My heart is stopping.
Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
Oh my god. Did you see all of them? They need them as alt outfits. We need them as alt outfits. They were beautiful. The pop music in the background, the artistry, the presentation of it, seeing everyone like talking as in a cutscene.
How about this?
What are you doing now? And they're still helping out.
A little more to the left.
Apologies for swearing. But like, I instantly was like, what the hell?
Like this?
Holy hell. And look at these sweethearts helping out too. Like the pop music in the background. The outfits were incredible. Did you see what they were wearing? The whole oh my god.
Perfect.
This is what, if it was a fashion show we were promised, we got it. Landing on her feet.
Oh, that looks great. Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Stunning.
Of course.
Chiori is such a well-rounded like character.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
I can't get over that. I will never get over that.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Tevat without a fancy signboard of your own? The Spina's way ahead of you in that regard.
That was so amazing.
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of those.
Heck yeah. Look at this again. The essence of fashion everyone's surrounding us now.
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin cat and the Bogglecat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about the Hangry Bird?
The Hangry Bird. What's that face? Oh, Navia, laugh. Laugh as much as you want. I love hearing it.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
Kirara, I've grown to love you so much as well. Snuggly and warm is how you describe her personality.
And a bit cramped.
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the
Amazing.
article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's
Yeah,
duty.
and 100% you can see the hat on her camera as well.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Chiori!
Huh? You really
That's like a lifetime. That's amazing
Of
for someone in
course.
Fontaine to get
The
that.
same goes for you too, Lily
Ah,
and
Jesus
Lynette.
Christ.
If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
It shows she just cares about the art.
What about something other than a
Yeah, maybe they want a dress or like a nice suit. Maybe they want like a nice I mean, she already has a nice dress, but you know what I mean, like another nice dress.
Thank you, Chiori. It's much appreciated.
I loved it though. Lynette's like, what if I want like just like a casual outfit, you know?
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right?
Navia, just don't be a stranger with me
I
either.
don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
What a
Actually,
cast this
that
whole
reminds me.
story had.
When will you be leaving, Kirara?
About that.
Something wrong?
The Spina di Rosula
Oh
has
my
prepared
God!
a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
No, no dirty looks. She looks incredible. She's feeling herself.
embarrassing.
Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
Chevreuse.
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show. Appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization. Using weaponry in public. Hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
We broke the law.
Chevreuse, we can explain.
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to
I'm
the Special
smiling.
Patrol
This
at
mission-
your earliest convenience.
This whole mission has been amazing.
Enjoyed that, didn't you? You nearly scared me half to death.
This was stunning.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
It was an incredible stunt, though.
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
I love the dynamic.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Sandra, and
Yep.
the man responsible all tied up and handed to you on a silver platter. Sounds pretty thoughtful if you ask me.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice
Heck
meal for
yeah.
our efforts. Let's go. Spina's treat.
You better have a half an hour left of just eating together.
I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun. Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Vanger on the way here. He had a message for you.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about
Yes,
everything.
we love it. We love giving people a hard time. No, I'm joking. No, I think that like, you know, Chiori has this mentality of like not letting people away with anything. You know what I mean? And I actually like, you know, whilst like all of us, like I'm a very forgiving person, you know, my friends say to a fault sometimes, and that sounds like I'm being arrogant. I'm very forgiving. You know, people do say I'm very forgiving, but, right? You also need people in your life like Chiori who do not let anything go, and I'll stand by that.
You know him well.
Thanks again, Chevreuse.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was really quite an amazing
It was
show.
incredible.
You don't say.
All right, all right. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
Navia, can you just join our party?
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give
Oh, so we do get a present?
A place with a view?
Yep.
Oh, Paimon knows where you mean. Sure, no problem.
I know exactly what you mean.
Perfect. I'll be right there.
Fantastic. That whole cutscene, seeing the camaraderie between everybody, it was all stunning. I'll probably like bleep out that swear. I know people are probably like, oh, you can keep it in swears, and I know I can. You know what I mean? I think it's just also like, I think sometimes a bleep is funnier than a than an actual swear. But no, this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Did you see Lynette's outfit? Did you see Linny's outfit? Navia's outfit? Kirara's outfit? They were stunning. She is like the best fashion designer I've ever seen in my freaking life. Like legitimately. So legitimately. Holy frick. We almost swore again.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, I'll wait 1,000 years now.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, wow. A brooch.
Oh my god.
Wait, Paimon gets one as
Yes! No, Chiori, you're in the good books forever! Forever! I always say when people leave out Paimon, it upsets me so much.
After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two.
I'll take good care of it.
You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side.
No, helping fantastic people and amazing people is my favorite thing in Genshin.
There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win. Even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, if you can, you know, everyone needs something to motivate themselves.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends.
Yes.
who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself.
Yes, you showed. Yeah, you have such a strong conviction of yourself, and you really are strong by yourself. But like everyone stepped in when you needed it. Everyone.
A single person can only do so much.
Yes.
Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Yeah.
Well, Hyman doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
F him. You know, it's totally true. I think Paimon's right. I don't think it would have like ruined the shop completely. I think she still would have been in business. She would have been able to work hard. But I think getting help from people helped it like smooth along within like 2 days.
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious. But they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I adore you already.
I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
And the people that do appreciate it, you gotta appreciate them. You do.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory?
If you want to take a few seconds, we can. Because I know for a fact that we might not see you for a bit.
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little
I hope she was in the summer event this year. I really do.
You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine, I'd say this is the loveliest by far.
That's really nice to hear. Wow. Wow. This is no, Fontaine has, like, blown my mind in a lot of ways because, like, we got some gems, by the way. I legitimately, all the time, I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is so incredible. And every time I play a story quest in this game, from Jean, from Venti, they're always just incredible. They really are. And they just continue to blow my freaking mind. And that Chiori one was absolutely fantastic. Because here's the thing, it wasn't like a crazy, like, intricate, like, lore-based story. What it was a story about an individual that we got to get to know, and Kirara, of course, as well. And this is why, again, people from the outside of Genshin, I say all the time, will never understand how good the writing is in Genshin. And how good character writing is. Because, yes, we have the moments where we sit down with Chiori and she explains her past, but before that even happens, right? We have Linny and Lynette, we have all these characters. Well, no, sorry, that happened afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, before, like, we have all these characters like Navia and, they show how much Navia respects her. They show how much Kirara respects her. They show how much chevreuse, and their dynamic between them. They're able to show these things through conversations. They don't need to start off with a character, because again, they could easily do what like some other games do, and start off like this, where it's like, Chiori gets mad, she walks away, and in the first 5 minutes they have a character go, "That's Chiori, all right. You know, she used to have a partner before. And, yeah, she used to be a troublemaker as a kid. And that's why she acts like this." But no, they let us piece things together, understand her first, and then she tells us about her past, and you're like, oh, okay, there's more to learn about that too. You get to piece things together about these characters yourself through the dialogue and through the interactions before anything else happens, and that's awesome. Yeah, this was an awesome story. It's just very simplistic, but like the execution of it is what's amazing about it. It's like, yes, there's someone who's smearing her fashion designer's store, and it is someone who is like jealous of her fashion designs. It's someone who's jealous of her conviction of her her view of her own fashion. They're jealous of that as well, and that's so freaking neat. That's really neat. Not that they're jealous. It's neat that they showed that it's nice to have. It's neat that they show that she is so confident in her own designs that she's like, oh, I'm being pretentious. No, she should believe in her designs. She really should. It also gave us like Navia again, which was very fantastic. Charlotte, who's also a fantastic character. It just made me like really love the Fontaine characters even more, if that was even possible. Like cutting off Linny and Lynette as they're walking out their doors, seeing the new designs as well. Those outfits were incredible also. Yeah, because again, Genshin's main drive is find your sister. Simple plot, but it's the details that matter. In this story, if I told you, yeah, the story is like there's a jealous fashion designer who's trying to smear this other fashion designer, you'd be like, oh, that's a very simplistic story, but it's the characters, it's the moments, it's the little interactions, it's the story behind it, it's how we get to know those characters that make it so interesting. This was like such a beautiful character story, it really was. Do we have enough for a wish? Probably not. Oh, maybe we have commissions to do our wishes then. Yeah, we can do one wish before we go. I was like, oh wow, I thought that was yellow for a second. I mean, are you kidding me? Oh, we have enough for one more wish. We can buy one more wish before we go. I have to publish a video very soon. Let's see. Character outfits. Hold on a second here. So these are... Like, this is the Fontaine outfit, yeah. Yeah, that's the outfit we were talking before. That's the outfit we went to, yeah. There's so... Oh my god, Phantom and boots. Let me see this. That is so sick. You, Kirara, you look fantastic. Okay. Where is it here? Not crystal top up. Intertwined fates. Let's go. And we'll just wish one time.
The ability to appreciate.
We'll wish one time. Why not? Yeah. So, yeah, that's fine. And then whatever's on the next panel, which I'm actually very excited to see as well.
Beauty is an important
we have a guaranteed 5-star. So with that, guys, I want to say thank you so much. Again, this was a simplistic story, but what was not simplistic about was what the emotions, the characters that were in the story, how they totally built up Chiori's character to be something that we didn't even like. We knew she wasn't like mean just for the sake of being mean. She's never really mean. She's very, very straightforward, and she means what she says. They even said this in the story as well. But she values her friends. She values the people around her. She values the Fontaine. She values her artwork, and that's awesome to see. And I think anyone can appreciate that as well. And it's also, like, again, showing how each character loves her, right? Showing all the characters that love her makes us, like, understand how loved she is also. And I'm glad she really, like, she softened up a bit, you know what I mean? And she was also always, like, had a soft side to her. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, she is a character who I respect so much, and I respect everyone for helping her out too. Thank you to Typhara2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost Finazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Malcolm Hyundai, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, The Assassin, Alpaca, Juice, Eopsy, Xander Whatever, and True Peanut Butter. Guys, I'll see you very soon. Kabe, we haven't done the thing in a bit. Do you want to do the thing? Yeah, we can.